That first 365 store flung its doors open to much fanfare. It was centered in the hip Silver Lake section of Los Angeles. And at the time, the company had signed 19 leases for additional 365 stores, which were going to be about half the square footage of a typical Whole Foods.
Whole Foods has a big reputation and even bigger prices. But is it really worth it? Or are you just overpaying for a fancy shopping experience? Before you grab that little green basket, there are some surprising facts you need to know. Your grocery runs might never be the same again. The first thing you notice is the vibe. Soft lighting, wooden displays, and employees who look like they enjoy yoga. It's like they designed the store to make your wallet feel guilty for not spending more money. Studies show shoppers spend up to 40% more in stores with upscale environments. They're not selling groceries. They're selling the feeling that you're better than people who shop at regular supermarkets. Price tags at Whole Foods often make your eyes water more than their organic onions. A simple jar of peanut butter can cost double what you'd pay elsewhere. Their water isn't just water, it's alkaline spring water infused with mindfulness for $8. Even their shopping carts seem fancier, rolling along like they're too good for discount stores. The store layout is a trick to get you to spend more. Fresh flowers greet you at the entrance, putting you in a good mood before the shock of high prices hits. The bakery pumps out smells that make your stomach growl, and the milk and eggs are always at the back of the store. That's to make sure you pass by 15 displays of things you suddenly need. But here's the truth. Not everything at Whole Foods is a ripoff. Their 365 store brand offers good value compared to name brands. Fresh produce, while pricier, often tastes better and stays fresh longer. Some items, like bulk nuts and grains, can actually be cheaper than prepackaged versions at regular stores. Shopping at Whole Foods doesn't have to empty your bank account if you shop smart. Make a list and stick to it. Skip pre-cut fruits and prepared foods where they charge the most. Check prices and compare with other stores. And maybe avoid shopping when hungry, or you might end up with a $12 chocolate bar. Those fancy chocolate bars could pay for a whole meal elsewhere. But hey, at least the wrapper is compostable. The truth about Whole Foods is simple. Behind all that fancy lighting and beautiful displays is a very clever business. You're paying extra for that too. It's like being charged admission to the world's most expensive farmers market. But this is just the beginning of what makes shopping here such an interesting experience. Let's talk about that magical word plastered all over the store. Organic. This word has become so powerful that just slapping it on a package lets stores charge 50% more. But what does it actually mean? Many people believe organic food is grown by farmers who sing to their crops while rejecting all chemicals. The truth? Organic farmers still use pesticides. They just use different ones that sound better on a dinner party conversation. These natural pesticides aren't necessarily safer. They're just approved for organic farming. Here's a fact that might surprise you. The organic label is mostly about what farmers don't do, not what they do. To earn that coveted sticker, farms can't use synthetic fertilizers, certain pesticides, growth hormones, antibiotics, or genetically modified ingredients. But that doesn't automatically make the food healthier or more nutritious. Studies from Stanford University found very little nutritional difference between organic and conventional produce. The vitamin content is nearly identical. That organic apple isn't giving you superpowers. It's just making your wallet lighter. The all-natural label is even more misleading. Unlike organic, which has strict government rules, all-natural means absolutely nothing. Companies can put this on almost any product. Arsenic is natural. So is poison ivy. Not everything natural belongs in your body. Where organic food does shine is with meat and dairy. These products typically contain fewer antibiotics and growth hormones. Animals raised on organic farms also tend to have better living conditions, more space to move around, and access to the outdoors. This means slightly happier animals before they become your dinner. Whole Foods does deserve some credit for banning over 100 artificial preservatives and ingredients that other grocery stores still allow. They have higher standards than most chains, even if they charge you extra for meeting those standards. The smartest way to shop at Whole Foods isn't to grab everything labeled organic. Instead, focus on whole, unprocessed foods, fruits, vegetables, beans, and grains. Skip the organic cookies. A cookie made with organic sugar is still just a cookie that went to a fancier school. After learning what those fancy labels really mean, you might be tempted to fill your cart with supposedly healthy items. The Whole Foods hot food bar stands like a colorful oasis in the middle of the store, drawing hungry shoppers with its aromatic steam and rainbow of options. It looks innocent enough, just a selection of ready-to-eat meals waiting to solve your dinner dilemma. But this convenient buffet hides a clever trap for your wallet. Let's start with how they charge, by weight. This seems fair until you realize the heavy containers add extra ounces you're paying for. A recent food industry study found that packaging can add up to 15% to the total weight. That's right. You're literally paying premium prices for the privilege of carrying your food in a cardboard box. Next time, just bring a silk handkerchief and really get fancy. The pricing structure is where they really get you. At $12 to $15 per pound, filling a medium container can easily cost $20 or more. A plate of food that would cost $8 at a regular restaurant suddenly costs nearly triple. The average shopper spends $25 per visit to the hot bar, enough to buy ingredients for several home-cooked meals. What about quality? Some dishes sit under heat lamps for hours, slowly drying out while maintaining their premium price tag. The mac and cheese might have been fresh at 10 in the morning, but by 6 in the evening, it's developed that sad, crusty top layer that tells you it's been waiting all day for someone to take it home. The food has been sitting there longer than most people sit at their desks at work. Food rotation varies widely between locations. Some stores refresh items every 4 hours, while others might leave certain dishes out all day. This inconsistency means you never really know if you're getting freshly prepared food or leftovers from the lunch rush. To get actual value from the hot bar, you need strategy. Lighter items like grains and vegetables give you more volume for your money than heavy items like meatballs or anything with sauce. Skip items with lots of liquid. That curry might taste amazing, but you're essentially paying $15 per pound for sauce that's mostly water. The prepared food section offers better value with fixed-price items. A whole rotisserie chicken at $9 can feed several people and costs less than a single hot bar meal. Pre-packaged salads and sandwiches also have set prices rather than the unpredictable weight-based system. For those times when the hot bar is your only option, fill your container strategically. Focus on proteins and dry items that give you nutritional bang for your buck. Avoid anything swimming in sauce unless you want to watch your money literally drip away as you carry your food to the register. While hot food can empty your wallet faster than you can say organic quinoa, Whole Foods itself underwent a major change. The year 2017 changed everything for Whole Foods when Amazon bought the company for $13.7 billion. It was like watching your granola-loving aunt suddenly start dating a robot. Those blue Prime member signs popped up faster than mushrooms after rain. But shoppers quickly noticed the trick. Prices often went up right before these special discounts appeared. Amazon basically taught Whole Foods how to give you a high five with one hand while picking your pocket with the other. Small local brands vanished from shelves as if they were endangered species. Within 6 months, 20% of local products disappeared, replaced by big national brands that could ship everywhere. The store that once bragged about supporting local farmers now supports whoever has the biggest delivery trucks. Technology invaded every corner. Electronic price tags replaced paper ones, changing prices multiple times daily based on online demand. Cameras tracked shopping patterns. Your shopping cart now has more computing power than the space shuttles, but somehow still has that one squeaky wheel. Some changes weren't all terrible. Certain basics like bananas, avocados, and eggs became cheaper by 30 to 50%. Delivery options expanded, especially when online grocery orders jumped 400% during the pandemic. The store vibe changed dramatically. That earthy, crunchy feeling gave way to something more corporate. The stores went from smelling like essential oils to smelling like freshly printed money. Staff members felt it too. The relaxed team approach disappeared, replaced by strict productivity goals. Employee happiness dropped 35% in just 1 year after Amazon moved in. Did Amazon ruin Whole Foods or make it better? The jury is still out. Online ordering made healthy food more available to more people. Some prices dropped, but something definitely changed in the soul of the place. Whole Foods wants you to believe they're saving the planet one overpriced avocado at a time. Their stores scream eco-friendly, with earth tones and recycling bins everywhere. But does their green image match reality? Let's dig through the compost pile of truth. The plastic situation is the first red flag. For a company that hugs trees in their marketing, they sure love wrapping produce in plastic. A 2021 waste audit counted over 70 different items suffocating in single-use plastic wrappers. Their cucumbers are more wrapped up than mummies in a horror movie. Their definition of local food is creative. To Whole Foods, local can mean anything grown within 400 miles. That's like calling someone your next-door neighbor when they live in another area code. Food transparency groups found 30% of local produce traveled more than 200 miles to reach stores. Food waste tells another story about their commitment to Mother Earth. Each store tosses between 100 and 200 pounds of good food daily instead of donating it. They're basically running a 5-star restaurant for landfill bacteria. On the positive side, Whole Foods has banned over 100 artificial ingredients that many other stores still allow. Their seafood rating system helps shoppers find sustainable options, reducing demand for overfished species. Energy use is a mixed bag. Some newer stores have solar panels and efficient refrigeration. Many older locations, however, use more energy than a teenager with 10 devices plugged in at once. Supplier standards do stand above most grocery chains. Whole Foods requires documentation of sustainable farming practices and decent animal welfare. These rules have pushed hundreds of food producers toward greener methods. Whole Foods wears sustainability like a fashion accessory. It looks good from a distance, but up close, you can see it's not quite authentic. Now, let's talk about how to shop there without needing to take out a second mortgage. Stepping into Whole Foods without a game plan is like walking into a casino blindfolded. The house always wins, but with a few clever strategies, you can beat the system and walk away with quality food without needing a loan. First, understand that many exclusive Whole Foods products aren't actually exclusive. A 2022 consumer survey found that 40% of products claiming to be only at Whole Foods were available at other stores for 20 to 30% less. The exclusivity is about as real as those limited-time-only fast food items that somehow stay on the menu for years. Always avoid the impulse buy sections. The front of the store, end caps, and register areas are carefully designed traps for your wallet. A retail psychology study showed that items in these areas have an average markup of 65% compared to identical products elsewhere in the store. These displays are basically tourist traps for your shopping cart. Pre-cut fruit and vegetables are among the worst offenders in the markup department. That little container of cubed pineapple for $6.99? The whole pineapple costs $3, and it takes about 2 minutes to cut. Do the math. You're paying nearly $4 for someone to wield a knife for 120 seconds. You're essentially paying someone a salary of $120 an hour to cut fruit. Bottled drinks also come with absurd markups. That cold-pressed juice for $8.99? The ingredients would cost you about $2 to make at home. Even accounting for convenience, that's a 400% markup. The secret weapon for saving money is the 365 store brand. Consumer tests consistently show these products match or exceed the quality of name brands while costing 20 to 40% less. Unlike other store brands that cut corners, Whole Foods maintains strict quality standards for their 365 line. Timing your shopping trips can lead to substantial savings. Most Whole Foods mark down perishable items like bread and meat in the evening, often with 30 to 50% discounts. Wednesday is typically when new sales start, making it the best day to shop for deals. Many shoppers don't realize that asking for samples before buying can save money too. Whole Foods has a surprisingly flexible sampling policy that allows you to try most non-packaged items before purchase. The bulk section offers legitimate value if used wisely. Buying spices, grains, nuts, and dried fruits from bulk bins can save up to 70% compared to packaged versions. Bring your own containers to avoid those flimsy plastic bags that rip before you reach the car. Spices especially represent huge savings. That tiny jar of organic cinnamon for $5.99 often costs less than $1 in the bulk section. Many Whole Foods stores offer imperfect produce at discounted prices. These fruits and vegetables might have odd shapes or minor blemishes, but taste identical to their prettier counterparts while costing 30 to 40% less. These are the runway models of the produce world who didn't quite make the cut for the magazine cover, but still taste fabulous. Shop with a strict list and stick to it religiously. The entire store is engineered to encourage impulse purchases through strategic product placement, lighting, and even scents pumped through the ventilation system. Your shopping list is basically your financial bodyguard in a store designed to hypnotize your wallet. Armed with these strategies, you can navigate Whole Foods like a pro, getting the quality without paying for the hype.